Hello everyone, this is Annie and I hope you guys are doing great. Welcome to my first ever vlog and I'm starting the day with a cup of coffee because it's very cold outside today, but at the same time it's very sunny, so it's perfect. Like always, before I start sculpting, I always wipe my hands and the table so that I can minimize the amount of dust, and once that's done we can start sculpting. If you want, you can also go a step further and clean your clay tools, but I normally skip that. And the first thing that we are making today is a couple of white cats. One of my habits while making clay charms is to make the white stuffs first because I don't need to color them, because as you start coloring your white clay, your hands will eventually get stained, and that hand stain will stain everything that you will be touching, especially the white clay. So my habit is to make white stuffs first and then eventually move on to the colored stuffs. But it's not that serious. You can of course just mix and match everything and just wash your hands in between coloring so that it does not stain your hand too much. I am just a bit too lazy for that. But anyways, the whole cat is white, so I don't have to worry too much. And once I'm done with the basic shape of the head, I will then move on to the details, like the face details. I do get a lot of comments asking me how do I paint my face details, and I never know what to answer because I do not paint my faces. I am actually very bad at painting. I don't know, for some reason holding a paintbrush just makes me so nervous, and so I always prefer making all the details using clay. I'm using very thin pieces of clay and attaching it using some PVA glue. And I know attaching these small thin pieces of clay might look like a very tedious and time consuming process. And so for those of you who are actually good at painting, you can just use a thin paintbrush and add on the details and paint them. But as I said, I am really bad at painting, so yeah, I will just stick to this method. By the way, in case you're wondering, I use chalk pastel for the blush, and that's the only time I can use a brush. But moving on, next we are making a goldfish, and this of course is inspired by Uncomfy. So recently one of my customers' pet goldfish died and they shared the news with me, and I wanted to make them a gift, and so I decided to recreate this goldfish by Tammy Uncomfy. Also, please note that I took permission from Tammy before I made this goldfish. This design is not owned by me, and so it's not meant for selling. Okay, moving on, we are making a white bear. I do want to make more bear designs in future because I feel like I have made a lot of cats and a lot of bunny designs, but I don't think I have made a lot of bear designs. But bears are so cute. I do want to make more designs with them, so leave your suggestions in the comments. Again, I am taking thin strips and small pieces of clay, attaching them with a little bit of PVA glue one by one. The clay itself is very soft and you need to be very gentle with it. So my biggest tip to anyone starting with gold porcelain clay is to be very gentle and very slow with it. After all, any clay craft is a work of patience, so be very slow with it. I also get so many comments where people say that they got cracks on their clay, and that mainly happens when you don't take time to smooth out your surfaces while you're making your clay charms. Any small thin crack will eventually become bigger as it dries, so just make sure to take time to smooth out your surfaces while they are still soft. And if you're facing difficulty smoothing it, then maybe you can use a little bit of water, or you can use a wet q-tip and just smooth out the area that you see a crack. Also, if you're wondering what type of thing I'm using to color the clay, it's actually chalk pastel. I'm scraping some of the dust into the clay and then mixing it in very thoroughly and then sculpting it as I would do usually. In case you're wondering what other type of pigment works with this clay, so this clay actually works with watercolor, oil color and acrylic colors as well. So use any one that you prefer. And as I was talking, I didn't realize that it has been 2 hours since I started sculpting. I was able to make around 5 charms in 2 hours, which I think is quite great. But now I will just let all these charms dry on top of the satin cloth. You actually want something super soft to put your clay charms on top so that they don't lose their shape while they are drying. And while they get some rest and dry up, I am going to work on this tray that I made yesterday. This is actually the biggest clay piece that you will find in my shop, and there is a reason why I made it. So usually for trinket dishes, I like using resin, but one time I had this batch of clay that I completely forgot to use, and it was so dry. I was not able to shape it, so I mixed in some water, but again it was drying up so fast, and so I just randomly decided to roll it out and make a tray, and I thought, why not make a bread? And please don't ask me why I decided to make a bread and not any other shape. I literally don't know. As I said, it was a super random idea, but it turned out to be so cute. By the way, the yolk paste that I'm making right now took me 3 tries to make it properly. I kept messing it up. But anyways, at the end, it came out so cute. I actually made this bread trinket dish a little bigger than my regular size bread trinkets, and that's because the customer said that she wanted to keep her keys in it, so I made it a little bigger. And that was supposed to be the last project for the day, but then I decided why not complete another order. So I am making an orange cat, and that is going to be the last order that I will be completing today. As I was talking, I did not even realize how much time I just spent sitting here and crafting and talking with you guys. And whenever I think about it, I just feel so grateful that I am able to do something that I enjoy so much. And I feel so happy that I have this audience who have similar interests to me, and these are the people who are continuously encouraging me and supporting me in my journey. And the fact that all of you are just internet strangers to me. We have never met each other, we don't know each other, but still you guys are always there to support me and encourage me. And to be honest, you guys are the reason why I could continue this for 2 years. To be honest, I am a very introverted, shy person, so I don't really have a lot of offline friends. So when I first started creating cute clay charms, I did not have a lot of people to show them, and just like a lot of other artists, I also wanted my work to be seen by someone and just a little bit of encouragement to continue my journey. But as I said, I didn't even have a lot of friends, so I was like, whom do I show this? And also there was this fear in my mind that what if somebody insults my art? I am a very sensitive person, so if somebody says that my art is not good, I am just going to cry for the rest of the day. And not to mention, there are a lot of people who actually consider cute and kawaii stuff equivalent to childish, and that has already happened with me. Like, a few people I know have already told me that my stuffs are immature and suggested me to make things which cater more towards the mature audiences, and I just politely said no thanks, because this is what I enjoy the most. I love designing and creating cute stuffs, and I'm so grateful that I have eventually found an audience that enjoys the same. Okay, I just got a bit carried away and narrated this long story, but the point is, I am just truly so grateful that you guys are here to always support and encourage me. Anyways, I'm done with all the clay charms, and right now I'm just making some of the cake boxes. These were already done and just needed some final details, so those will be the last thing I will be making today. And look at the mess that I created. Anyways, I cleaned that up, and now I have some college work to do that I just need to complete by 8 p.m. So my college practicals are going on, and the teachers literally are so strict. They won't even sign the copy if it's a day late, so I just need to finish it today somehow. And I need to finish it by 8 p.m. because I have a movie planned out at 8 with my family. And you guys might ask that then why didn't I do it in the morning if it was this much work? I'm sorry, I'm a little bit bad at time management, but I was able to complete it, and at 8 I was able to see the movie. And that's what matters the most, because we all know the phrase, right, that all is well that ends well, and that's how the night ended. So that's it for this vlog. I really hope that you guys enjoyed spending the day with me. I really hope that you guys enjoyed the small snippets of my life, and let me know in the comments if you want to see more vlogs like this, and can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye.